If there's one thing you can be certain of in Star Wars, it's that no matter where you are in the galaxy, you'll always be able to find fascinating and strange creatures in a seedy cantina. So it should come as no surprise that when we see Maz Kanata's castle in The Force Awakens, it's filled with a colourful array of aliens, scum and villainy from across the galaxy. And just like in the original cantina from A New Hope, the sequel movies don't really tell us anything about these characters, so you have to dig deep to find out the interesting lore behind all of these weird and wacky aliens. And that's what we're going to do today. Join us as we take a look at the misfits and renegades that call Maz Kanata's castle home. Starting out with Maz herself, also known as Maz Kanata the Usurper, the Spoiler, Cantina the Benevolent, and Cantina of the Free Fleet. She was born over 1,000 years before the war between the First Order and the Resistance. And while she's not a Jedi herself, she does possess a strong connection to the Force, regarded as a revered pirate queen who held sway over more than 1,000 ports during the early years of the Galactic Republic. She offered guidance, equipment and refuge to smugglers and pirates across the galaxy. Bazine Netal was the alias of the human mercenary from the planet Chaktil. Adopted and raised by a pirate known as Delphi Coda, Bazine was raised at her combat school and taught martial arts. She was badly burned in her first mission, however, and now wears a cowl to cover her scars. An intelligent and calculating master of disguise, she would go on to serve as a First Order spy at Maz Kanata's castle, posing as the girlfriend of Grummgar. Grummgar was a Dowutin mercenary and big game hunter, specialising in hunting the multi-legged venomous predators known as Molsum, regardless of the fact that hunting these Molsum creatures was illegal. Captain Sidon Ithano, also known as the Blood Buccaneer, the Crimson Corsair, and the Red Raider, was regarded as one of the best pirates in the Outer Rim. The Delphidian male can be seen donning a helmet that once belonged to a Kalish, the same species as General Grievous, prior to him having his extensive cybernetic work done. The Crimson Corsair would go on to have various conflicts with other pirates and the Hutt Syndicate, making a name for themselves in several battles over the years, eventually becoming the first pirate to ever sail the Lost Clusters, a treacherous location located beyond the Outer Rim. He would also eventually recruit the clone trooper Kix to his crew after discovering him in stasis aboard a crashed separatist cruiser. ME-8D9, or Emmie, is an ancient droid believed to have once belonged to the Jedi Order during the Old Republic era, thousands of years ago, when Maz's castle still belonged to them, making Emmie perhaps one of the castle's original inhabitants. She later became an assassin, but has recently softened in her old age, and now serves as a translator and security officer in Maz's castle. Trinto Duabba was a male member of the Stens Shifter species, a people who possess the innate ability to use the Force to pass invisibly through crowds. Not only was he present at Maz's castle when Han Solo, Chewbacca, Rey and Finn are there, he was also at Chalmun's Cantina in Mos Eisley, when Obi-Wan Kenobi and Luke Skywalker originally met with Han Solo. Gwellis Bagnoro was an expert forger of the mysterious Onodone species that most likely originates from the unknown regions. Gwellis can be seen in Maz's castle, sitting with his pet bar guest. Wollivan is a galactic explorer of the Blarina species, known to sell his knowledge of hyperspace navigation, unexplored worlds, and scavenged treasures. He also has something of a gambling problem, and for that reason he likes to hang out at Maz's castle more than is probably sensible. Also, Wollivan is played by Warwick Davis, who I feel like has played a ridiculous amount of Star Wars characters, including the Ewok Wicket W. Warwick, the Rhodian Wald, and the human thief Weasel, who I just found out is the same character that appears in both The Phantom Menace and in Solo. I just thought that was pretty neat and I hadn't picked up at first that they were the same character. Praster is a former weapons smuggler of the Otagon species, a species rather similar in appearance to the related Ithorian species. After giving up his weapon smuggling ways, Praster becomes a monk, offering spiritual advice to customers at the castle. And finally, Strono Cookie Tuggs is the Artiodac cook at the castle, serving there for hundreds of years. Following the murder of his sous chef, Rob Eli, Strono set up a cooking contest amongst his other chefs to see which of them used Eli's recipes in order to identify the killer. And that's it for our dive into the patrons of Maz Kanata's castle. There's probably a couple more interesting characters seen in the castle during The Force Awakens, but as far as I can tell, there's not a lot of lore about them, or they're just not that interesting. What was your favourite? Did I miss any? Let me know down in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on our next video. Or join our Discord to send me your ideas for videos that you want to see in the future. Links down in the description. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.